In this K2 quick brief, we're going to show how you can leverage Smartforms within a service company and integrate them into CRM to automate the whole data entry process for taking service orders and service adjustments and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're looking at right now is a K2 Smartform that I built with absolutely no code. It was all done through a drag and drop design interface. We're going to do some really neat things. Let me go ahead and refresh the screen. And what I've built here is a little dashboard. So in this proof of concept, there's somebody sitting in a call center. They actually get a phone call to initiate new service. So one of the requirements was they wanted to be able to enter an address. So let's go ahead and enter an address in Boulder, Colorado, 80302. So as I enter that information, the Smartform's doing a few things. It's actually triggering off the zip, and it's taking all the address information and piping it into the Google Maps API. Okay, once again, all done with no code. So now the rep can actually see the service locations. If they had a GIS system that could plot routes, they would actually see the routes. And then I did something else down below. I actually pulled back all the scheduled start dates for that particular zip code. All right. Now, as the conversation continues, the rep can come up, initiate through the little taskbar, new residential service. And you can see here, I've brought that over into a new smart form called a sub form. And now I can continue to enter information. Okay. So in this particular example, I can come in and you'll see, let's see, this guy's name is Walter White. As I enter information on the form, it's completing my checklist. Okay, so one of the requirements for this particular POC, a lot of times in these call centers, you want to get people ramped up and using the system really quickly with minimal amount of training. So this is kind of an interactive visual cue that lets them know that they're completing the form and that things are getting done correctly. So I've done a couple things. There's a lot of automation in this form, and understand that each of these particular panes is tied to a particular uh, back-end structure within the customer relationship management or CRM software. That's one of the advantages of our smart forms is that we can link multiple sections of the form to different entities within the back system. So this contact information, the account information, the service area, and the service information I'm going to enter will all be linked. Now, you can see that I automated the account name. So now I put last name, first name, and then residential service. I can type in a phone number. And as I enter information, I come down the form and you can see as the information gets entered quickly, my checklist is done, which once again gives me that visual validation. Now I've also carried over the service start dates. So if I double click on a start date, it's actually going to initiate a new service order line. So I can come in here and say this person wants residential service. I can specify the type of service. If there's anything extra, the start date was automatically carried over. And then these particular items, and these were set up for trash collection. So as I select a container or a service item, I'm actually going to update the cost summary down below. So you can see if I change this, it goes from $14 up to $27. And as I come through and enter this information, it's actually doing a number of things for me. It's not only bringing the information down, but it's calculating a total. All right, so I'm going through this process. It's adjusting all the pricing for me, and when I click on my wrap up, I can actually read through to the customer on the line. Okay, we're going to start service on the 3rd of August. This is a particular address. These are the particular containers. Do you want e-billing or auto pay? I can click on my wrap up complete. And then when I'm all done and everything's verified and set, when I click submit service order, it goes through, validates, verifies all the information, and it's actually going to create all these entities in the backend CRM system. So we'll give it a second as it goes through, and it's going to give me back a message that says everything's complete. So here's what we did. We took the information from the form, we created a brand new account in the CRM backend system, which is Microsoft Dynamics. We created a linked contact to the account, and we actually created a service entity for that particular account. So let's take a peek at what all of that looks like. All of that done with a single form rather than having to go through multiple forms and enter information. So let me bring over my Dynamics interface. Let's click refresh. It'll go through, reload the account records, and then if I scroll down to the bottom, here's my Walter White record. So you can see that I've created a brand new account. I've actually set the primary contact on the account. And if I drill down, I can see all the information that I've entered, and tied to that account is not only the contact, but also the service entity. Okay, so now I've got this brand new services grid in here. It's linked. I can set it up on the CRM service calendar, all done with a single form with seamless integration. If you have any questions or you're a service company that wants to go ahead and get this rolling, give us a shout at k2.com. Thanks.